Bizzarp.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bizzarp Network's podcast, episode 19. I'll be your host today. My name is Mark Selby. I am I'm going at it alone. Our usual host, David, and his lovely wife, Amanda, who is also on the show a lot of the times, are both taken some personal leave. And Mother Creepypasta, who is here every now and again, is very sick, so she was not comfortable with recording because it hurt her voice, hurt her throat. I myself am getting over being sick, so I figured, well, we were all sick last week, why don't I just put something together? So what I've done, and we're going to get into this now, is I've put together a bunch of topics, because there's a lot to talk about. But it's not really fair, not really fun, when it's just kind of like a one-sided argument. No one else is piping in, and there's just this one guy who has his opinion, and you gotta listen to it. I mean, I know people make their careers off that, but I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is something I'm calling Geek Flashcards. And basically I have a whole bunch of topics, and I'm going to run through them, and I'm going to give 2 cents on them, and we're going to just work our way down. I have movies, music, technology, television, video games. It's just, there was a lot we've missed in the 2 weeks, and that's not even, what I have isn't even like the major stuff. I left out the major stuff because by now we already missed out on telling you about the major stuff. You should probably already know about like the Fallout 4 mod will be coming out soon. Fallout 4 DLC will be coming out soon. Stuff like that. Anyway, let's kick it off, shall we? Starting off, we're going to go with movies. So first things first. First thing I saw was The Grudge versus The Ring, or Kayako versus Sadako, which is literally the Grudge monster versus the girl from The Ring. And it's just a trailer so far, so the movie is not out yet. But it looks really kind of less cool version of Freddy versus Jason. Like, just what the Grudge monster being all dramatic and smashing a videotape because, you know, The Ring works on VHS. I don't know, it was very cheesy. I kind of have high hopes for it. That sounds kind of cool, but at the same time, Oh, Japan. Anyway, speaking of Japan, though, Pacific Rim 2 is green-lighted. It won't be by Guillermo del Toro for some reason, probably because he has so much other stuff to do. However, it is being directed by Daredevil Stephen DeKnight from Daredevil on Netflix. So that's cool. I like Pacific Rim. I'm glad David's not on here because he'd be all, me, Pacific Rim, bah, because he doesn't like it, but whatever. So I'm excited for that. More Jaegers. Moving on from, that's all we have on that. So moving on. Ava DuVernay is the director. She is bringing us Disney's A Wrinkle in Time, which I read A Wrinkle in Time when I was just a kid. I haven't read it in a long time. I'd have to reread it, but I remember it being a trip when I was a kid. So I don't know how. I hope it's going to be good. And I hope it's going to be animated because I remember reading it thinking it should be animated. So that should be fun. That's all we have on that as well. We don't really have any like lead characters or anything. That's our movie flashcards. Going on to technology. So Atlas's next generation robots are very competent. Now, for those who don't know, Atlas does their robotics. You might have seen some of their stuff where they have like on four. It's like a cougar looking thing, or it's like a cat or a dog, and it's on like 4 sticks and a big ass body that's a motor, and it can run and it can flip and it can grab shit. Well, one of its biggest problems was it falling down and hard to get up and hard to do anything except for run around. So they actually made a little person one, and it's super cute and terrifying and cute, and I don't like it and I love it, and I'm conflicted because of Skynet. But they have a little video of it. It's super adorable. I'd watch it. You'll get really mad at the human as the human's teasing it, and it's responding by ignoring him and trying to complete its directive. But the whole thing, it's opening a door, and I'm just like, Chappie? Uh-oh. Moving on from that, HTC, the company HTC, they have a Oculus Rift of their own, Oculus Rift product of their own called Vive, and it's their own Oculus Rift. It has a different design, and it's supposed to be more expensive than the Oculus Rift, which is to be expected. I mean, Oculus Rift was like an indie person, like wasn't a company that specialized in this stuff. It was like, hey, I have a cool idea. Why don't I, kickstart this? HTC is an actual company. They probably were able to go, oh, and I can do this, and probably fix some Oculus Rifts, because it came with like I saw pictures of gloves and stuff. It probably has better hand movements than the Oculus Rift does. Those have they both probably have problems. I don't know. You can check that out though. If you're on the fence for an Oculus Rift, you might be now on the fence for an HTC Vive. I'm talking really fast, but now we'll move on to television. For television, I just have one thing. That's Danny Pudi and Alan Tudyk will star in Powerless. We've talked about Powerless before. That's the show on, I think, NBC. That's like The Office. But it's basically an insurance firm has to deal with the fallout of superheroes, and that no one there has powers. It's just silly. But that looks like it's going to be funny. I love Danny Pudi from Community. I'm excited for that. Hearing that he's getting a new role is just like, well, that's still the deal. I'm going to watch the show for sure. So you check that out. It gives you the link. All these will have links below. It has a little synopsis in the link below. You can see what their characters are, or who their characters are, and what they're doing. So yeah, give that a look over. Real quick though, we're gonna stop for a second. Let that gestate in your brain. And while you do so, I'm going to tell you about Audible.com. Audible.com is the internet's leading source of audiobooks with hundreds of thousands of selections from all genres. If you go to audibletrial.com/Bizzarp, you'll get a month for free and one free audiobook. Personally, I'd recommend The Ocean at the End of the Lane, written and narrated by Neil Gaiman. So check it out. That's audibletrial.com/Bizzarp. One more time, audibletrial.com/BIZZARP. Alright, let's get back into this. Music. Got a couple things for music. Such as Weird Al Yankovic. Everyone loves Weird Al. Announced a 78-date tour. So it sounds like there's a huge tour. Probably around the world. I'm hoping he's coming back to Washington. That'd be awesome. There's speculation that after the tour he's going straight into the studios to make another album. That's not a part of the the link, the article. That's not part of the article. That's just something I've heard. But yeah, so check that out if you want to know if he's coming to your town. As for that, next up, Stephen Colbert. There's a video of Stephen Colbert singing Blister in the Sun with Violent Femmes. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it after I'm done recording. But that just sounds hilarious. and Perfectly Stephen Colbert. And I'm sure I'm going to love it, and I'm going to want it to be my ringtone or on my phone or with me constantly. So yeah, check that out too. I mean, why not? That sounds like a good time. We'll move on from music into games. Let's see. Jay and Silent Bob are coming up with a new game. They're crowdfunding right now, and I haven't really looked into it too much because I want to help them, but I don't want to get so really stoked about it until I have the money to help them. I don't know, that sounds weird, but that's just me. But yeah, they're trying to make a video game based around Giant Silent Bob, and it looks hilarious. It's gonna be hilarious. Everything they do is hilarious, so check that out, especially the crowdfund. Help them out. Who wouldn't want a Giant Silent Bob video game? Next up, Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 will soon be on Xbox One and PS4. Basically, they're going to put up Resident Evil 6 first on March 29th, and then from there, they'll go 5 and then 4. But those will be on the Xbox One and PS4 stores. So that'll be fun for those who like Resident Evil. I know a couple of my buddies are probably pretty jazzed about that. At the same time, those same buddies are the ones that play those games and hate those games and love those games, and I don't understand. One day they love them, one day they hate them. But yeah, check that out. They didn't really reveal a price yet, so you have to keep looking out for that. IBM Japan is rolling out VR headsets here soon. And they're planning on opening a beta with 200 players for a Sword Art Online game. And I'm just sitting here why? There's an anime about the game that tells you why you shouldn't make a Sword Art Online game in virtual reality in real life. The whole thing about why would you do that? That's so bad. Not okay. I would be so scared. No, thank you. That's just bad. Finally, Nintendo put in for some copyrights, and people started to freak out because, there's a whole issue with copyrights. But that's not why they freaked out. They freaked out because what they copyrighted was, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, and people are freaking out thinking that here on the 26th, the Direct, I think is what it's called. It's like a Japanese gaming and just kind of nerdy culture magazine is going to have a Pokemon themed thing for their 20th anniversary, and people are wondering if maybe Pokemon's gonna come out with a new video game and let them know, hey, we have this new game coming out, new regions, all this, and everyone's gonna be super fucking jazzed. And I mean, why wouldn't you be? It's Pokemon. I'm playing Pokemon Ruby right now, not Omega Ruby. I'm playing original Ruby right now, but I really want to play some new Pokemon. And you know what? Even if they don't make a new series right away, maybe they'll announce something cool like a remake of Gen 4, which is my favorite gen. I don't know. A lot of people hate that gen. I don't know why. I love it. I hope they remake it. So yeah, that's all I have. Flashcards, real fast. I have links for all of this. I hope you enjoyed this really quick, easy to digest podcast. Episode 19, the solo podcast. Alright, well that's it for me. This has been the Bizzarp Network's weekly podcast, part of the Bizzarp Network. You can find us at www.bizzarp.com, which is www.bizzarp.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, we're all over the place. So with that, I hope you have a great time checking these out and are looking forward to some of this stuff. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Until next time, cliffhanger.